because you're gonna need to use the brachioradialis and some type of some amount of brachialis more than the biceps, which is used in the chin-up. And on the average individual, the biceps muscle is always stronger. That's why, as a beginner, you start with the chin-up first, because you're likely to use that more efficiently and help you progress faster than trying to struggle with the pull-up. So chin-up, yes, chin-up, if you want to call it that way, because chin-up can be used interchangeably. Some people still use chin-up for the pronated grip and the supinated grip that most of us call chin-up. So in this situation, chin-up being supinated and pull-up being pronated, chin-up always easier because you use the amount of biceps involvement in the exercises. I hope this answers your question. And Meckanimal, you're the best. Can you show me some exercise for the 8-pack? Well, I wish I had a secret to give you the 8-pack. For me to give you the 8-pack, I will have to be God. And if you're not born with those 8-packs, you are fucked, my friend. You are screwed. You're gonna be having your 6-pack, which is a good news because it's not that bad. Some of us have even 4-pack and still get by quite well. Just learn to love yourself, and no matter how many packs you have, you'll still be a man, no less of a human being, a respectable one. And yeah, that should be it. So don't get fazed by anybody who has a 10-pack or has a 12-pack. Who gives a shit, you know? You'll be just fine. Just eat well, have a good diet, and work in your core. So I know you were joking too. Hi, I'm confused here. Do you start with pronation, shoulder, moving forward that helped to raise up a bit, then retraction and shoulder blade, back and down. Look like you are doing the motion which works for me. No, when you're pulling up, there's no protraction involved. Protraction will be completely round in your back. On the other hand, you have some retraction and depression going on, and I like to regroup both of them in the retraction, because as you depress, you still have to go through the movement of retraction, but it's actually you retracting and depressing, or depressing and retracting. That's why I like to engulf both in the same bracket. But when you're pulling up, you have to bring your shoulder blade, adduct them together and take the slack out of your shoulder and pull yourself up. That's how you complete the pull-up. I hope I was quite clear. I'm not sure what protraction you saw in the video, and that should be it. And then somebody else, always remember that this will still require proper diet in order to retain results. All the ab workout in the world won't help you if you don't maintain a proper diet. That's common sense. That's like an elephant in the room. Everybody knows about it. You got to eat well and get some cardio in, because no matter how much ab workout you're getting, the 6-packs won't just show. It's just common sense. I don't know why people are still trying to be smart and involved. I do know that that's the case. And even though the title of most important ab exercise may sound clickbaity, which was the main purpose of it, I made sure that the mechanic that I'm teaching you guys in the video is really essential. It's not really something to look down upon, because a lot of time people put some clickbait and just give you some useless fluff and puff exercise that you can go by and waste your time on it. So not only it doesn't give you any proper mechanic to have a strong core, it just give you flexing up and down your core, your spine, without the thinking you're gonna have the 6-pack, and tending to forget that you have to get on the treadmill or get outside and run a little bit and tune up your diet. I give you something to give you the ability to build like a bulletproof core, and strength. That's key. So learn that mechanic. For those who mechanism. For those who haven't seen the video yet, go and check it out. The most important exercise you need to know. So that being said, let's put it on the side. Next question: how many calories are you on? I do not know, sir. I just know that I'm around maintenance most of the time, and when I do want to get on the cut, I just increase my cardio, which I did a few months ago, and I reached a body fat of 8%. Now I went for a follow-up, and I got an update on my body fat, which I'm going to address in another video. So you guys can drop down below in the comments, guess how much body fat I am right now. Did I gain any? Did I maintain? Or did I lose even more? Really let me know in the comments. I'll be making a video sometime before the end of the year, so I will assume sometime next week. Yeah, so I do not count my calories, and a number of people have asked me in the past to make a video on my eating habits, how I eat and everything. I just haven't found the motivation to do so because I find it boring. I cannot understand how people can sit and see what people, watch those eating channels. It's just weird. I would rather go eat than watching somebody eat. I guess it's a type of fetish for some people, but I do understand people who been following me that want to get on a personal level, to get to know me better, how I go about my days and everything. But walking around with looking at the camera, I can easily bump onto something clumsy enough, as much balance as I have. So, and I'm quite shy as well, walking around with the camera, vlogging. So even if I was to do that in the future, it will probably be some lame vlog, and I don't want to get into lame content. But I will try my best, make it like a New Year resolution starting next year, and trying to have every once in a while show you what I eat during the day. Alright, so that being said, on to the next one. The Smith machine is made with a safety bar that you don't get crushed by the bar if your muscle give out, like you see happen to other lifters who use free weights. You don't need a spotter when using the Smith machine. Oh well, sir, you are wrong. If you happen to be crushed by the free weight, that means you were ego lifting, and two, you didn't have a spotter if you chose to not ego lift. And for me personally, I don't ego lift, and I don't like spotters. If I go with a spotter, that means it will have to be something like a bench press, where really given I don't even bench, so you rarely gonna see me have a spotter, in any barbell. On the squats, if I can, I just dump the weight, I just lower myself. So I just like to be in control, and I think like 90% of the time when I go for a weight, I crush it. Rarely you're gonna see me lower back the weight, because I get to progressively overload to the strength. So people who get crushed with weights is because they don't know how to lift free weight. And like I said again, I explain to you guys that stupid safety bar, or whatever you call it, is not really a safety bar. All it's gonna do is mess up the pattern of your movement mechanism, and it is just wrong. I don't know, but life is a choice. If you feel like you love the Smith machine, and it gives you the gains, hey, I'll go for it. Just don't come to me and complain to me about having some knee pain or elbow pain. And if you happen to have gains, you kept on doing it, and at some time you start realizing that you have some knee and elbow pain, think about, am I using the machine? Okay, if you do so, lay off it for a month or so and let me know how you feel. And from there, you probably can make up your mind and preach the same gospel that I'm preaching right now. Hope I answer your question. On to the next one. Then my feet are too big. The Stairmaster I've used don't have enough space and on the step to allow me to place the middle of my foot on the step. I feel you, brother. I felt the same at first, and as much as I'm not a midget and I'm not a giant either, but I have some big foot. So because I was not used to the stairs, I was having a hard time pacing myself properly. But I would just tell you to pace yourself, put the speed really low, and learn to walk to them. There's always a little more space that you can have, and put the middle of your foot on the stair. You don't have to have your whole foot on on the stair, but manage to put the most of your foot on there until you have that mid spot, or at least the closest part to the mid part. That's what you want to have in contact and pressurize on the steps. And another tip will be to go a little bit, angle out a little bit of your foot to 45 degrees or so you can have more room for you to apply some some torque to be able to get up the stairs. And I'm not saying to walk like a duck, but if you understand what I'm saying, just a little bit of angle to be able to have more room, as opposed to having your feet perpendicular to the x-axis. So I hope it helped you. Yeah, just reduce the speed and get comfortable. And once you get the technique right, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to manage yourself. And that's another reason why I don't like machines in general, because they are designed for the general, the average person, and people gonna differ from each other. And if you happen to be one of the extreme, you're gonna have a hard time fitting into the machine. Same goes with the strength, hammer machine, and all these things. Some people it doesn't work for them because either they're too short or they're too tall, and that I can help. For that purpose, work on compound movement, man. Compound movement are the real deal. You can never go wrong with that. It's good machine unless you need them. Okay, on to the next.